Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. Let rain fall, let rain
And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter, along with our odds maker, Keith Fustel, on a nice Sunday morning as we get you ready for a Sunday Fun Day edition of live horse racing here at Laurel Park. We're off the turf today, Keith, but that's okay. We have a nice carryover in the Pick 6, still a 9-race card. We have some good video spotlights and some stuff to show you. I have a Pick 6 ticket. You have an early Pick 5 ticket. Still some money-making opportunities today here at Laurel Park.
You had them yesterday. Early Pick 5 was 4 of 5. We've got a nice little carryover, close to 12,000 in the Rainbow Pick 6. New York is canceled.
Yep, New York is canceled.
Right, welcome to you guys if you're tuning in up there and going to take part in this Laurel Park signal today. Great job racing office too and strategizing for with the weather today. Only 3 races carded, so we weren't hurt too bad from a horse population standpoint on today's racing card. But a great handle as well yesterday. $3.5 million if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, $3.5
really
million yesterday. Big handle. Yesterday we had some nice races. We had a nice maiden special weight with that Delacour first out winner. You had a stat on Delacour.
Yeah, Bloody Point.
I had the horse on top. Everybody had the horse on top. He still paid $7.20, I think. A generous win price for that debut runner.
Yeah, the McGahee horse coming in might have helped the price, kept that horse up a little bit. And what a day. Dale Capuano, we talked about it early on the early show. He was live. 3 winners.
Yeah, you said he might have a big day.
And he did. Yeah. And Corrales with a couple big price winners, $50 in the nightcap, which helped propel, to get that carryover today for the Pick 6. So, yeah, and it's a nice little card today. I like a couple horses on this afternoon's racing card.
All right, let's show you that Pick 6 carryover in live color. There it is, $11,836 with New York being canceled today. Churchill and Gulfstream Park West, they're off the turf. We're off the turf. I think we're going to have a live handle today in that Pick 6. It starts race 4 today on the 9-race program. I think we had around 5,000 new money bet into it yesterday, so that's a nice chunk of money sitting there. It'll be over 15,000 if you can be the only winner to take it all down. So I have a $32 Pick 6 ticket. I like my Pick 6 ticket. That starts in race 4. We'll get to that later on. If you like playing the Pick 4 as well, it's Halloween season. We have a little pick or treat at the track promotion going on. All you Premier players hit the late Pick 4 today at Laurel Park and receive a 15% bonus today and tomorrow. It's been going on all week, and if you're not a Premier player, go to guest service. It's free to sign up to become a Premier player, and then you hit the late Pick 4 and you get a nice 15% bonus. So that's going on today and tomorrow. We have all the football action for you up there at that new sports bar on the second floor of the clubhouse. They have the NFL Sunday ticket up there every game, every Sunday. They also have the football pick'em contest up there. You can win $6,000 if you're the only winner to pick all the games.
Gotta love it, man. Hunker down, second floor sports bar. It sounds good. A little bit of a dreary day outside. Get in there with the warmth, get a couple cocktails, and set yourself up. A little football and some horse racing. I mean, what else could you ask for?
How about that early Pick 5 yesterday? A monster 4 out of 5 payout. You like the early Pick 5. Let's get right to
let's
it.
Get rolling.
Let's show you the track conditions today. We're off the turf. Main track listed, you said good and sealed?
Yeah, good right now. From what I can tell, looks, almost probably, if they herald it right now, probably would almost looks fast. Let's go good, sealed as we speak. 60s, some showers in the area. Hopefully we get out of here before the real heavy stuff hits. Maybe we're in a nice little pocket right now, but yeah, good for the main track to get you started.
Hopefully it clears up a little bit for tomorrow as we have a nice card tomorrow. Monday racing here at Laurel Park. All right, let's get right to it. Race 1, we're going a mile and a 16th on the main track, claiming $5,000 for 3-year-old fillies or older filly mares. Never won 3. This race kicks off the early pick 5. It's a mandatory payout on the early pick 5 with that industry low 12% takeout. Paid a nice big 4 out of 5 payout yesterday, so that's a mandatory payout always on this early pick 5. You have a ticket, Keith.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Let's get you started. A $48 ticket. Riding the 1 and the 2 in the opener. Pretty chalky, looks like, in the first race. Maybe only the 3, Flint Hill. Second time Claudio might jump up, upset the apple cart. 4 deep in the second. The 1, 2, 4, and 8. You got an entry there from Michael Matz. 2 deep with the 2 and 7. Going to kind of take the Claudio angle in race 3. I think I've got one Proud Wildcat. The 2 lined a little bit too high there at 8-1. That was a tough race to line. I think he'll come down off of that morning line. 4th race, 3, 4, and 10. 5th race, the 7 and the 9, Broad Surprise, and 3's Overdue. So playing that second time out angle for Gary Cap on a $48 ticket for the early pick 5.
All right, very affordable ticket. You can look at Keith's ticket some more, and my ticket, and Tim Tulloch's ticket on the laurelpark.com website right underneath the handicapping section. Let's get right to it here in race 1. Beaten nickel here for Filly and Mares going long on the dirt. I go with the 7. The 7, She's Thirsty. I think it's going to be maybe a little bit of a pastel early on between the 1, Ask Me I Might, with the good ride and Bug Boy Franklin Sabalos in at 109. But I think the veteran jockey Ricardo Chappie rides at Delaware a lot. We'll be seeing him around here this winter. He's a good ride and jockey, Chappie. He's on this 3-year-old filly by Stay Thirsty for trainer Scott Lake. She had a nice wire-to-wire win 2 starts ago. Well, almost wire-to-wire 2 starts ago in the slop up there at Delaware. Overall, she's 3 for 4 in the money on an off track. I think she'll be forwardly placed from the outside. If the 1 gets in front, then the 7 and Chappie will get a perfect stalking trip on the outside.
That'd be interesting. I'd almost like to see Ceballos down on Laurel let the 7 go, get position early and angle outside of that horse and play the percentages, the better part of the racetrack, the way it's been going. I think he can. He's got a quick enough middle move. Ask Me I Might. She's all right. She kind of got caught up in the quick internals last time, just flattened a little bit, drops down a notch. She'll take aim. I think she makes first run into She's Thirsty, but I think they're going to get in a little bit of a tussle around the final turn to set things up for the red-hot Jonathan Maldonado's barn. Florida Force, I think, is just going well out, likes the 2 turns. Florida Force, just kind of a grinding run to get up. And Ask Me I Might's going to be awfully tough, too. One or two in the opener.
Maldonado had red hot. What a nice fall meet. He's been having a big year. 24% winners overall on the year. He's 30% here at Laurel Park. 6 wins from 20 starts. So the barn red hot. So we like to say the same 4 horses there in the opener to kick off that early pick 5. You're only 2 deep there.
Yeah,
in
one
your opener.
One in the 2. I'm not sold on the outside horse. I think she's facing maybe a little bit lesser at Delaware. I just think the staying power of the 1 and 2 might be a little bit better at the 2-turn distance.
Okay, let's turn the page here. The Rolling Super High 5 is going to start in the 2nd race today. We have a little carryover for you, a little shy of 1,100 in that Rolling Super High 5. Has a low 15% takeout. Every race with 7 or more horses. So if they don't hit it here in the 2nd race, that'll carry over to the next race. Let's take a look here. Nice group of maiden claiming 40,000 filly and mares here. 3 and up going 7 furlongs on the main track. And I go with the 4, Hot Frisia. The barn's heating up here. Trainer Ann Merriman had a nice win on Maryland Million Day. Had a win this weekend. Fergal Lynch stays aboard this 3-year-old daughter of Frisian Fire. Good 4th on the turf 2 starts ago on the main track. Last time a decent 3rd. They're going to put the blinkers on today. I love the little cutback from a mile to 7 furlongs. She should be dead fit and sharp with the blinkers on. I'll go with the 4, Hot Frisia and Fergal Lynch.
Yeah, I think the road's going to go through her around the turn. I like the 1A in here. Sunny Sonata, part of the entry for Michael Matz. Both of them are very capable. I don't think we're going to get a whole lot of price on this entry. But Sunny Sonata, freshened since April, came out of a pretty good race at Keeneland. I know it was a maiden 30, but horses have come out of there to run well. Blackberry Farm came back to break its maiden running at 65, and then subsequently won a starter at Churchill. Another horse came out of there to run big. Went back and watched the video this morning. They went very quick early. This horse was under a hustling ride throughout, but the horse never gave up. Was caught inside horses around the turn, angled out, and really kept on willingly to the wire. If you get a chance to go back to one of the replay machines, watch the effort. Willing effort in debut. I don't mind the freshening here at all. I like Sunny Sonata at 7 furlongs. I think she's going to relish the distance. They're not going to go that fast on the front end. She'll keep this field in her sights and go on by.
All right, well, you get 2 for the price of 1 there with the entry. The plain one, Valiant Reason, a decent third, last out, going a mile 70 at Parks against Maiden 30. So I love that little cutback. I like horses cutting back a little bit in distance for these 7 furlong distances. That's why I use the 7 Holiday Hopes in my exacta for trainer Donnie Barr. Donnie Barr with 3 wins here this fall. Angel Cruz will ride an okay 4th, last out, going a mile on the main track at this level. Now cuts back to the 7 furlongs today. Hopefully we get a nice trip on the outside with Angel Cruz.
Okay, my price shot will be the 8 Just So Story for Ann Merriman, 77-1 in a maiden special weight race on the grass in September. This horse is bred for the dirt. 2 winning siblings, both did their best work sprinting on the dirt. They were combined 4 for 13, ran up in the higher 80s. Second dam really liked an off track as well. I think you'll see improvement. Your flyer shot in the second would be the 8 Just So Story.
I gave that filly a second look. They've been very patient with her. I like the patient handling. They waited till she was 3, September of her 3-year-old year, and then they give her a little time after that debut. She'd probably be better here on the dirt for a barn that's going well. Let's take a look here at the third race. The third race going a flat mile, claiming 10,000 for 3-year-olds or older horses. Never won 3. I go with the 7 here. Pachi Cruz for trainer Claudio Gonzalez. I go with a Claudio Exacta here. I go with the 7 over the 2. Claudio 1-2 here in the third race. The 7 Pachi Cruz gets the 7-pound apprentice Franklin Sabalos. A nice win 2 starts ago at Delaware, coming off the pace, going 5.5 furlongs, closed well. Last out, going 6 furlongs at Delaware. I think this horse will like to stretch out to a mile today. Ran a mile at Parks earlier this year, last January, against Allowance Company. A good third with a 67 buyer, 68 buyer in his last race. I think at this level, going a mile, Pachi Cruz is going to be awfully tough. And getting 7 pounds off. Nice lightweight assignment here, 110 on the 7.
Yeah, 3-time winner. Pachi Cruz looks like he's kind of figuring it out right now. They're getting this horse to make a little bit of, more substantiated late kick during its race. As Pachi Cruz, you talked about, it has run okay at this distance. Pachi, that was 2 turns. I don't mind the 1 turn here, and I thought this race was really, really tough to line stand and even handicap. I'm surprised we came back on the same 2 horses, both Claudio. So if not one, maybe the other one, Proud Wildcat, who I do believe I have lined a little too high, was a gritty winner, 2 back as the favorite, getting up, raised the miss, came back to run a 76. That was a 2-back try. Last time out, just throw out.
Yeah.
Got in a lot of trouble early, bobbled, was down inside the worst part of the racetrack that afternoon at Parks. This horse will, certainly improve off of that Parks effort. I like it. One of the other 2 clauses. I'm hoping that last race dirties up the line enough where you get a little bit of a price on the 2 horse. 7-2-4-8 in the third.
That happens sometimes. Horses ship up from here at Parks and just don't run well. It's a tricky track to ship up to. I just throw the race out like you said. I use the 2 in the exact. I like the 1 here, Mischievous Dan for trainer Annette Eubanks, going a mile. Annette Eubanks, a nice stat here from an 87 horse sampling in routes. She's 22% with a nice positive ROI, over $4. This horse had a nice win back in August at this level, going a mile. It's a 3-year-old who's won 3 races, taking advantage of the dual condition. Had a little time off after that August 6th win. Maybe needed the race September 23rd. Didn't run very well that race. Ice-T was a sharp winner there. I think Mischievous Dan will run better today. He's a 2-time winner going a mile, 2-time winner here at Laurel Park.
Yeah, that's possible. Catcher even. You look at Mark Reed's horse, 0 for 2 at the distance, but, moving in, looks like cycling back into one of its better races. Third race off of a little bit of a layoff sprinter route. You see that, a 19-horse sampling, 26% with a nice ROI, over $3.75, and gets the very capable Alex Cintron.
We both go against a horse that's going to get played a lot here. The 8 Valhalla taking a sharp drop first off the claim for trainer Kieran McGee. He wins a lot of races doing this. However, I'm a little suspicious of this move. So are you. The horse was a sharp winner against Open 20,000 straight 3-year-olds last July at Belmont. Then had a little time off, and McGee got the horse for 20,000 last out. He waits the 30 days and jams him in for 10.
Yeah, race was okay. Fairly productive race, right back in for the 10. That's the scary part. Was inside on the bad part of the racetrack on the 24th. It's going to be a shorter price. I don't know if I did it on the early to keep that early ticket, the early pick 5 reasonable. I'd be. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to give this horse a real toss if I play like a pick 3 or a pick 4. Kieran with this he's won before with this, so
be interesting to see if there's any activity at the claim box for this move here. Claim for 20, in for 10 here right off the bat. All right, let's get a quick commercial break. Nice carryover in today's Rainbow Pick 6, almost 12,000. I have a ticket. Starts in race 4 right after this. Okay. Welcome back. Today at the race is presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter, Keith Fustel. Nice carryover today in the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6, $11,836 carryover. It starts in race 4. I have a ticket. You should have a ticket. Everybody should have a ticket today here on this Pick 6. Let's take a look here at my play. I'm going to go 5 deep here in the opener using the 3, 4, 9, 10, 11. It's a nice maiden 40,000 for 2-year-old fillies going a flat mile. Going 5 deep here in the 4th race. Race 5's a nice maiden 40 for 2-year-olds going a mile. Just going with 2 horses there. The 7 Broad Surprise is going to be a heavy favorite. But I like a Bernie Houghton 2-year-old in there. The 5 Parade of Freedom at a nice 12-to-1 price there in the 5th race. Race 6, I'm going 4 deep. That's an off-the-turf race. A couple main track only horses that draw in there. I'm using the 1, 2, 11, 13, the 11 Court in a Song. Make the rider Sheldon Russell on the 11. That's my top pick there in race 6. Race 7's a nice maiden special weight. One of the features of the day. 2-year-old fillies going a mile. I'm going 2 deep in there using the 2 and the 6. The 6 going to be one of your favorites. Vindictive Ways from the Trez Abbott barn, 5-2. But I like the 2, Peach of a Gal, 15-1. Second-time starter, first-time Lasix for Grand Motion. The 2, a big price there in race 7. And then race 8, I'm going to key on the 6 there. In race 8, Follow the Pedals. That's an off-the-turf race. Follow the Pedals, a 2-time winner on an off-track. Sheldon Russell and Hugh McMahon, I think a reliable single there. Number 6 in race 8. Race 9, going with a couple mutters there. The 2, the Blues Dancer. This horse 8 for 9 in the money on an off-track. And the 4, Heaven's Door, a 3-time winner in the money going. So using the 2, 4 there in race 9. Nice action today in the pick 6. There's my ticket. Let's take a look here at race 4. Race 4 also kicks off the middle pick 4, so lots of action here in the 4th race. Maiden claiming 40,000. 2-year-old fillies. It was originally carded on the turf or off the turf, going 1 mile on the main track, and I go with the 10 here, Estrella Grande. I don't know too much about the connections. This guy, Caesar Nambo, a Delaware trainer, shipping down here from Delaware, and this 2-year-old filly by Frisian Fire. She's won 4 times so far up at Delaware, and a good effort last out. October 18th, that race coming off a little bit of a freshening, a good second against Maiden Special Weight Company up there going a mile 70, so should be dead fit here for the flat mile. I don't know too much about the rider here, D.F. Gomez. He's a Delaware rider, not to be confused with Kevin Gomez, but we both like Estrella Grande here in the 4th.
I like the improvement. You know, the second time Lasix, it was the first time Lasix on the dirt in October 18th at Delaware. A nice sustained run. I think the benefit of going the route of ground, I like the 10 in here. Not in love with the 11 coming in for Rudy Ride. That might be a factor.
11 and 12 draw in.
Yeah, 11 and 12 draw. Give a little look to Gary's first-time starter by alternation out of a Too Much Bling mare. I think the off-track should help this horse. Half to a dirt sprint winner. We'll see how this horse can do stretching out. And even Mary's horse, the 4, Steamy Hot, took okay play into a bigger field, in a 9-horse field in September. Was really hampered, you know, the bad break and then a rush. This horse just faded a little bit the last 1/8 of a mile. Would like to maybe see one more sprint, but against this field, Steamy Hot could be just enough, you know, to use. I wouldn't get beat by this horse for Mary Epler.
Yeah, you get Caramanos on the 4. I used the 4 absolutely on my pick 6 ticket. So we both have the 10 on top. The 9, War Tweet, has burned a lot of money the last couple races. A beaten favored in her last 2 races, but she's going to be dead fit here for this tiring mile distance in the off-going. So you have to use the 9 War Treat for Hammy Smith and Alex Cintron. You mentioned the 3 for Gary Capuano alternation. Bunch of works here at Laurel Park. Lasix in debut. Are we missing the 11? I used the 11 off the AE. I just kind of protectively. Hasn't run too well up there at Saratoga. Showed a little speed last out going long on the turf.
So I guess significant drop. The maiden special weight at Saratoga to a maiden claiming here. I mean, that's definite. So, yeah, the 11, I guess probably could be okay. The 9 War Treat, first time blinkers on the dirt this afternoon. Only has tried the dirt one time. She just really didn't run at all against an okay maiden special weight field. Last time out was stymied, was kind of blocked in behind horses from about the half-mile pole to midway on the final turn. Once clear, I expected a little bit more kick. Didn't really give it, but the blinkers here in the transition back to the main track and the bottom. This horse has the 2 route races under its belt. Could help the chances of the 9 War Treat.
All right, so I'm 5 deep here to kick off my pick 6 using the 3, 4, 9, 10, 11 in race 4. Let's take a look here at the 5th race. This is a nice maiden claiming 40,000 for 2-year-olds going a flat mile. This race kicks off that late pick 5, no carryover, but as always, industry low, 12% takeout on both pick 5s here at Laurel Park. And there's the Bald Eagle. He's excited for the Sunday Fun Day here at Laurel Park. He's not going to let a little rain slow him down.
He might be looking for lunch.
He's looking for lunch too. He's smelling the Sunday brunch cooking. Okay, we have a video spotlight here in race 5, the 7 Broad Surprise, a well-bred son of Mine Chaff here for trainer Mike Trombetta, going to be a popular favorite today.
Yeah, I think this horse will. I like the horse's debut. Once again, would have liked to have maybe seen one sprint. We know about the quality family horses that can go long, can go short, doesn't matter. Threw it down, though, with the 4-5 favorite, the Larry Jones shipper from Delaware, Believe in Royalty. And they kind of picked up the pace quite a bit around the turn. 24-2, 47-1 to 12. Now kind of staggered a little bit coming home through the final quarter of a mile, but rightly so. These guys were going at it pretty good. I thought, Broad Surprise, better maybe part of the racetrack. That they just wasn't quite good enough. Maybe needed that one more sprint. But, hey, coming right back, this horse is going to be awfully tough for Trombetta. Just has a lead. Man, looked like it was going to maybe edge away coming past the 8th pole. Believe in Royalty, a little bit too good. Actually extends the lead out to about 2, 2 1/4 at the wire. Kind of a long shot. That was I think coming on for 3rd was a Motion horse, and that's the one thing that concerns me. That was a horse, the Motion horse who ran 3rd, only beaten a length and a quarter late. Only ran a 34 prior to Delaware, but those two went awfully quick around the turn. It took a lot of starch out of Broad Surprise. Maybe he'll take back a little bit, let some other speeds go on, and then make the bigger sweeping move into the stretch.
That was a well-bred tap-it monster for Larry Jones. And this Broad Surprise by Mine Chaff gave that tap-it colt all he could handle. So we both have, I have the 7 on top here in the off-going Forest Boyce on this Meyerhoff homebred for Mike Trombetta. So I like the 7 on top. Let's take a look at your top pick here. I have a nice price in my exacta. You have a nice 10-1 shot on top here. 2-year-old by Flat Out for Gary Capuano.
Yeah, took a little play at Delaware. 6 beaten, 12, just kind of even around the racetrack. Free to Trump, a horse who keys up against some of these. Just was about a length and a half in front of him at the wire when running 5th. In the first state dash. 3's over Deuces by Flat Out. Should be able to handle the ground. Here's a little stat on Gary Cap. 2-year-olds, 4 for 12, 10 for 12 in the money second start. 10 for 12 in the money second start.
That's
pretty good.
Strong.
ROI 325. Slight upsetter here. Maybe take the shot over Broad Surprise. Just looking for a little price.
And you see the running line there. Jamaican Don, who was second in that stake race, that 3's over Deuces coming out of Jamaican Don. Very good second in the Maryland Million Nursery last weekend. So you get the leading rider, Javion Toledo there on the 9. I don't use that one. I have a price here in the exacta, the 5 Parade of Freedom by Freedom Child, who's the Mid-Atlantic area's leading sire for 2-year-olds. This horse had a very good-looking debut. Go in the slop at Timonium, going 6.5. Looked like the horse had the race 1 Broad Expanse, which was a well-bred Curlin first-timer for Trombetta. Ran him down that day. day. And then this horse didn't have the best trip last down. I thought the horse was going to go to the front, and I love this horse at 12 to 1 in his second start. I love the horse. Didn't go to the front, though. Had to kind of come through traffic. Finished up the race with interest. I remember the horse did finish up a good fifth that day. I think a nice rider change today. I know John Lloyd. He's a nice rider. He rides a few races for certain barns up there in Pennsylvania. But I think a positive rider change here to one of our top riders, Fergal Lynch, here on the 5 Parade of Freedom.
Gotcha. And the 1 Yes Means No took pretty steady play in debut and didn't run bad at a mile. Kind of tough to do first time out of the box. Draws inside today, but was towards the inside in that race and kept on going pretty well behind a 2 to 5 shot. Yes Means No, second time out, certainly could improve. Look at the recent work pattern, pretty strong for trainer Robbie Bales. A nice little race, I think. The 9's my shot at the price. Broad Surprise, clearly the one to beat. But you got some other ones in there you want to throw in your exotics, maybe blow up the exact and try. Even the 3, Boyfriend Material for Courtney Young, 60 to 1 in debut. This horse caught my eye, though, after breaking slowly. Made an okay move after checking and going down to the worst part of the racetrack. So Boyfriend Material, another one going to be 20 or 30 to 1.
And a bunch of nice prices in here. Live long shots at 2, Free to Trump. My Freedom Child, a good second 2 starts ago behind Fenton's 4. Had a little traffic in that last race. That was a tough race. Oldies but goodies was a sharp winner. Love's Last Dash, who was second, came back to win yesterday. So this horse, the 2, Free to Trump with Carlos Quinones for Brandon McFarlane. How about jockey Carlos Quinones? Almost got the money at Belmont yesterday at 70 to 1. On a VIP code for Schoenthal, so good to see Carlos and Schoenthal with a good effort up there yesterday.
The winner was Therapist, the horse that won.
Therapist,
for Clement, who won here.
Yep. All right, so it's a nice maiden 40 here to kick off the late pick 5. Bunch of nice maiden races this afternoon on the card. Here we go, race 6. We start the late pick 4, race 6, off the turf, 5.5 here, claiming 15,000, 3 and up. I go to the 11. Hugh McMahon had 2 horses in here. Katie Davis was named on both of them. Davis decides to stay on the 2, the Great Provider, so make the rider on the 11 here. Court in a Song, Sheldon Russell on the 11 for Hugh McMahon. Court in a Song entered main track only. This horse is 1 for 1 in the off going. An okay second going a mile last out here against Open 20,000 here at Laurel Park. That was going a mile. Sharp win against Allowance Company going 6 furlongs 2 starts ago. I think Russell will get a nice trip here on the outside. This horse has some early speed. He'll be in a perfect spot early on.
Yeah, I'll take a shot here with Del Cap. Final Forum. Did you happen to get the rider on this horse?
I didn't get a rider on.
Okay.
No. Not yet. I'm not checked.
Good enough for me. The way this barn's
Torres.
been going. Torres. Okay,
Torres.
Thanks, guys. Plenty of speed in race number 6, Final Forum. You look back, he's capable of running high 70s, low 80s. The barn, they claim, they raise. It's good enough for me to circle and get it done.
Yep.
Plenty of speed to run in race 6.
I used the 13 in my exact, absolutely. Dale Capuano red hot right now with that 3-win day yesterday. He's 10 wins here this fall meet, 29% for Dale Capuano. He's going to be going for leading trainer here before it's all said and done. He's locked and loaded, so we both like the 13. I like the 11. I like both Hugh McMahon horses here. The 2, the Great Provider. This horse 2 for 2 in the money in the off going. Nice win against Allowance Company this past May here at Laurel in the sloppy going. Yeah, and that's who Davis decides to ride.
Yeah, Davis goes there. Metal Magic. Wayne Potts has got this horse in great form right now. 6-time winner. Certainly can rate and get position and make a run into the space.
Okay, and you have the 14, make the rider Franklin Sabalos on the 14 there, Louis Lunchbox.
Yeah, maybe the one that can hang around. Has run okay with some moisture in the racetrack. 3 or 4 in the money with a win. 5.5, maybe pushing the limits, though, on Louis Lunchbox.
All right, so that's a nice race there to kick off the late pick 4 in race 6. Here we go, race 7, one of the features of the day, a nice maiden special weight for 2-year-old fillies going a flat mile on the main track here. We have a stat on Grand Motion. Grand Motion with 2 second-time starters in the race. Let's take a look here at the stat you have on Motion.
Yeah, I was going to, not a huge sampling whatsoever, but I thought it, rung of a little bit of importance. Tip Top Tap. All right, over the past 2 years, trainer Grand Motion 3 for 5 and 4 for 5 in the money with 2-year-olds making their second career start and adding Lasix. That's the key, adding the Lasix with an ROI of close to $4. You're going to get 2 of them with the same angle, the 2 Peach of a Gal and the 7 Tip Top Tap. You like the higher price one.
Yeah.
I like the 7. This horse, the breeding by Tappet out of a dam by the name of Free the Magic, makes this horse a fool to a horse we've seen run around here. Ring Weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think of him as a turf horse. He was okay on the dirt as well. 2 for 7 on the dirt going long, and ran up mid-90 buyers and made almost 340,000 on the dirt. So Tip Top Tap got the tightener at Presque Isle, a little stretch out, a little bullet work leading in. I like Tip Top Tap in the 7th.
Yeah, you have to respect that runner. I use her in my top 3. I like the belatedly comment there for that debut at Presque Isle. I like the other motion filly in this race, the 2 Peach of a Gal by Curlin out of a Polish numbers mare, Rashetta. Rashetta was a stakes winner for trainer Robin Graham. So this horse, Peach of a Gal, has to be much better than what she showed in the debut. I'm just thinking she got caught a little wide. The race was too short, and she just needed a race. So she's going to be better than that. She stretches out in distance today, gets first-time Lasix today. Fergal Lynch stays aboard here. The 2 Peach of a Gal, I think, going to run much better today on the stretch out.
Okay, yeah, it's a nice little race for these fillies. I tell you, I mean, you could see some promising runners coming out of this race. You've got Larry Jones' horse. They always take play, but took plenty of play in debut. Right behind Caught Dreamin'. That was Schoenthal, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and in a good effort, it comes out of a race where they just went a little bit too quick. This horse, just really wasn't into it early, dropped back a little bit of a rebid late, now stretching out. The only negative, Jones, 8% the last 5 years, two-year-olds going sprint to route. I didn't like that figure. The 10, Charming Emmy, might be a price user for Ben Perkins. They keep with this horse. Not really great numbers. Second-time blinkers, first-time blinkers on the dirt. But he's 3 for 6 with 2-year-olds turf to dirt over the last 5 years with a strong ROI of $6. I like how they're kind of keeping this horse protected. And so Vindictive Ways, I think, will be a favorite off of that improvement, the nice improvement from the Laurel race where she ran against the bias, went up to Parks, the 2-turn mile, and ran a big effort, just beating a half length, and turned the tables on Ultimate Challenge, who got the best of her at Laurel.
Yeah, so Vindictive Ways, she's done nothing wrong yet, and this will be her 3rd start. Probably you're sitting on her best effort. We both use her in the exact. A nice maiden special weight there to kick off the final pick 3 of the afternoon. Let's take a look at race 8 off the turf, going a flat mile, claiming $16,000 here for 3-year-old fillies or older. Filly mares never won 3. I go with the 6 here. Follow the Pedals, Hugh McMahon and Sheldon Russell. I think they're going to team up for a couple wins today. Follow the Pedals, a 2-time winner in the off, going from 3 starts. She had a good second last out, going a mile against a tougher 25,000 starter allowance field. She drops down today as she likes the off going. I love the 6 here, 6-4 for both of us.
I don't think we'd spend a lot of time. 4-6, 6-4. Jones rolling. Joan Reynolds, a horse ran big yesterday over the turf course. She had 2 winners, got the early double last night at Charlestown with a second and her other starter. La Bamba, I still think needs to improve a couple more lengths if she's going to beat the 4 or the 6. 6 is going to be an awfully short price.
All right, so take a look at race 9 real quick. We just got word they're opening up the track. We hear, right? Okay.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
All right, so they are opening up the track. It'll still be listed as good, you think, for the opener?
Good to fast. Yeah, it looks pretty good right now.
Okay, our track guy is doing a great job getting the track ready for an afternoon of race, and it could have a real nice, strong handle today. We have a nice carryover in the pick 6, a little shy of 12,000. They canceled up in New York, so we could be having some new eyeballs on us today here at Laurel Park. Let's take a look at race 9, 5.5 furlongs on the main track, claiming $5,000 for 3-year-old fillies or filly mares, never won 3. We have a video spotlight here. Both are top pick. The 4, Heaven's Door, a 3-time winner in the off-go, and this filly just crushed him last out here at Laurel Park.
Caught this filly last time out. I liked it. The improvement was against the bias on the 22nd, shortening up in distance. Got a little moisture in the racetrack, just what the doctor ordered for Heaven's Door. I guess we're hoping, the rains come a little bit, Stan, and get this track a little bit wet for Heaven's Door in the last. Rated back, you see Scarlet's Ransom went well clear early. Nice ride by Canonas, though. Saved ground, eased out, found a seam in between horses around the turn and into the stretch, and gets out to the free and clear. Little paddling there in the left front, but loved it. Just really rolled home as Scarlet's Ransom got the staggers through the final furlong to win going away, guys, by 4 3/4. That's good enough. I think there's some questionable speed types in the nightcap. If the track gets a little bit more moisture in it, I think it's going to put her right over the top again.
All right, so we both like the 4 on top here. I like the 2 in the exacta. The Blues Dancer, 8 for 9 in the money in the off-going. 2 wins, 4 seconds, 2/3 from 9 starts. A good second at this level last out in the slab. She's been knocking on the door at this level for a long time.
Absolutely.
All right, that's it. We're out of time. Dave Rodman, he's coming up next. We'll have today's scratches and changes. We're off the turf, but that's all right. Nice carryover in the pick 6. Sunday brunch is cooking. Hope you can join us. Good luck.
Good luck.